Hey everyone, welcome to the Plural Stacks launch video. A Plural Stack is a collection of applications that can be deployed on Plural, but have been bundled up for ease of installation. We have specifically curated 3 stacks to be installed into anyone's Plural cluster, but we also have a functionality for people to choose and create their own stack at the beginning of our onboarding experience. So I'll be going through that onboarding experience today, and we'll be showing you how to install a Plural stack in our Cloud Shell. The first thing that we're going to do is go over to our Cloud Shell and click on the data stack. That is going to be the stack that we are installing today, and that consists of Airbyte, Dagster, and Superset. You'll notice in the bottom left corner, we have a checkbox that will automatically install the Plural console if we keep that selected, which will become useful when we want to monitor our installed applications. Now we're going to go ahead and select our source control management provider of choice, which will be GitHub, and this will allow me to select my GitHub account. In typical Plural fashion, we're going to be creating a repository to hold all of our configuration for our infrastructure, which will be constantly synced with what we have deployed. To speed things along, we're going to use one of our GCP cloud demos that are available for free with any new account, after which we'll wait for a small bit to make sure that Plural has spun up our Cloud Shell in correct fashion. Finally, we're going to set up some basic workspace configuration, making sure we get the name of our cluster, adding a bucket prefix for deduplication of buckets, and creating the subdomain at which you'll be able to access your Plural applications under. Make sure to verify that all of that information is correct in that final launch screen, unlike what I just did. Once we wait a bit for our virtual terminal to be provisioned, we are going to start installing the Plural stack that we have created. This stack, as mentioned before, will contain Airbyte, Superset, Dagster, and the Plural console as we left that box checked. The way that we are going to install our custom selection of applications is through the custom command that is created for us in the sidebar on the left. Keep in mind that the only difference between our custom stack and the original data stack is the inclusion of the Plural console. If you just wanted to install the data stack consisting of the original 3 applications, all you need to do is do a Plural stack install data. If you're following along with the Plural CLI on your own terminal, you can only use the Plural stack install commands for the stacks that we have curated. This command for me on the left may not be the same for you, even if you're installing the same applications. What we're going to go ahead and do is enter this command into the Cloud Shell, after which we will be prompted with all of the setup instructions for all of the applications in our stack. That being the Superset installation, the Airbyte installation, Dagster, and the Plural console. After this, we have 2 more commands that we need to run. The first of which is the Plural build command. This is going to take all of the configuration that we have just set and generate that into the YAML that will be deployed onto our Kubernetes cluster. Finally, we'll run a Plural deploy command to deploy all of the applications that we have configured onto our fresh Kubernetes cluster. I'll be speeding this up a bit as this can take a decent amount of time depending on how long your infrastructure provider takes to provision your resources. Once we have completed the deployment, we can go ahead and write a commit message that will sync the configuration that we have created with the GitHub repository that we created at the very beginning. All that we have left to do is navigate to the applications that we've deployed. To access the applications, enter the URL that you set during setup configuration. If you forgot them, no worries, they are in your YAML files for each configured application. We recommend checking out the other stacks that we've made available on the Plural Marketplace, as they contain valuable tools that will improve your data infrastructure or DevOps infrastructure. We look forward to seeing what you do with the new feature, and if there are requests for any stacks, we'd love to hear them. If you have any questions or would like to get involved with the Plural community, feel free to check out the Discord and GitHub links below.